Now the question is, can Thaiph go toe-to-toe with him? They've only played against each other once in the past, and that was a set that went to the victory of Yuz. But everybody, game one, SA top 8 winners semis. Let's go.
And something that we especially began to really respect from Yuz, definitely at last BCX, the first BCX that he won as well, but especially last BCX was his sword gameplay specifically. And it was a lot of GCD lights. You saw it right there, a lot of perfect dodges as his opponents like coming in with a falling down air or something, perfectly dodging that, gravity canceling a D light, and then getting the punish on the whiff. So that was something that was so devastating at BCX as he's about to take away this stock without taking a lick of damage. He's legitimately making this look easy. No disrespect to Thaiph, but like I feel like this is what it would look like if I was going up against Yuz, because that's how clean Yuz is playing right now. That's how not careless he's playing. He's playing extremely safe. He's playing extremely tight, and he is in full control, and he did all of it with the sword.
Thaiph just looking for any opening at this point, now able to pick up the hammer, whiffs that D-light. Okay, nice aggressive option, out of disadvantage though, just going for the immediate end light as a get off me option. Holding on to the ground here for just a second, dashing in, dashing out. Thaiph is looking to assert control for himself and being so patient with when he swings next, but even the way that Yuz moves, intimidating, isn't it?
Yeah, intimidating is definitely one word, and it is intimidating because he's a very good player, but also there was a lot of time where they were both doing a whole lot of nothing, and Yuz can slow it down, right? We're in South America, and we're gone with the South American days of old where they were like, oh, we're just going to hold W, and we're going to be in your face at all times. Obviously, as the region got so much better, you see variations in gameplay, and Yuz is someone who can absolutely slow things down. He's one of the best at doing it. He does it against Kaina, who Kaina's pretty much able to overwhelm almost every opponent he goes up against. He's proven that so many times, but he wasn't able to do it to Yuz at the World Championship.
Wow.
And it seems like the way Yuz is playing right now, I wonder if anybody's going to be able to deal with it, as it seems, based on what we've seen so far, like Yuz is going to cruise on in to winners finals.
He's just playing so safe. His control of space right now is immaculate. But now the D-Light side is going to be coming through. Thaiph still not enough to be able to get that KO. He goes out there through the ground pound. Doesn't fully commit to it, though. And now Yuz makes it back on. Keeps on finding these end lights. Side light neutral as well. D-Light recovery neutral. The juggles do not stop. Yuz, is he going to get a 3-stock? Well, that wasn't enough. The GC and Sig. It did not collide with the weapon toss, but the downer, Thaiph finally closing out the first stock.
I love that Yuz is going for the GC and Sig, because that's going to give you the most distance in a direction that you want. If you went with like a side Sig that moves you quote unquote like towards the stage, you really have a lot more distance covered if you gravity cancel the in Sig and move up rather than just like dodging up or dodging towards the stage.
Yuz is unhittable at the moment. Many will say, oh, he's playing passive, but that's because Thaiph physically cannot hit him. Yuz's neutral is just that good at the moment. Looking for the neutral, tries to cover the landing with the end light. A little bit too early on the timing, though. Just backing in, backing out.
His movement is so troll right now.
He's walking in,
my gosh.
He's walking out and seeing what Thaiph does. He's going to walk in, walk out, waits for that whiff, and then gets that end light.
He's not even like dashing or dodging that much. He's just like moving forward and backward and then throwing in some jumps.
He does not feel threatened at all in his movement at the moment. And now just about anything will be able to get this KO. You want a D-light, you want a recovery, and that is going to be the stock and the game. So, how did Yuz just win, Sparky? How did he win? Why did he win?
I mean, well, one, he has aura.
He has aura.
He has obviously world champion aura. He has the entire like pedigree of his career aura in general, right? If you're just going up against ranked and the queue pops and you're all of a sudden you're looking at the loading screen and you're like, I'm going up against Yuz, like that's aura.
Yes.
You're gonna feel intimidated. Beyond that, he's just playing extremely clean with his aura and his intimidation. Like Thaiph is afraid to make a move around him when you see them just jumping around and kind of doing nothing around one another. And then when Thaiph finally feels like he can throw something out, all of a sudden Yuz's movement is too good. He doesn't have to burn too much to get that good movement to get away from these attacks, and Yuz is able to find 2 hits or 3 hits. His perfect dodges are coming through so well.
Look at all this
damage. We're getting some juggle
damage.
game, getting some damage.
That's right. Thaiph already breaking a good amount of space, and now Yuz going to be opting for the great sword. Thaiph able to find a side, looking for that D-light. Doesn't actually find it quite yet, though. Running off the stage, down a weapon toss. Oh, Yuz not able to actually close it out, and Thaiph looking to make that stock his own.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough decision for Yuz to make, to specifically pull back and not continue that edge guard. That could have led to a stock, but it also could have led to him losing his stock as well. And if you're going to go 1-for-1 and you're on the side of Yuz, like that's just a bad trade for you when you can seemingly play like you did last game, although Thaif's doing a much better job this game. Seems less scared, still playing very defensively, but not in a scared way as much as he was previously.
Okay, still though a little bit too late on that end light because Yuz was already out of there in a different zip code. Not going to be affected by that whatsoever. The GCD light recovery does come out, not enough to KO off the top. The end light once again as a get off me option and putting Thaiph off stage. Now Yuz, how do you close this? You need a D light. What does Thaiph want? Thaiph also wants that D light. Side light as an approach, end light not enough to KO quite yet. Yeah,
Yuz is just straight up waiting for Thaiph to make the first move. Like he'll go for the first move there, but when they're in like raw neutral and on a more even footing, he'll just like straight up wait for Thaiph to do something. Look, he hasn't attacked yet. There, you see the down air come out from Thaiph, instant reaction from Yuz with the neutral air and then the follow-up neutral air after. If Yuz is in like the advantage state or just positioning where like he has the high ground or Thaiph is over on the wall or something like that, then we'll see Yuz make the first move. But most of the time, he's really not making that first move whatsoever. He's waiting for Thaiph to get impatient.
Yuz being nice and patient, getting back onto the stage here. Once again, landing back down nice and safe. Side light, D light, neutral, finisher. Okay, using the weapon toss as a means to get back onto the stage, gets the recovery, setting up these juggles again and again, goes all the way up there for the recovery. Thaiph! Oh no, that's a bit of a miss.
That's unfortunately gonna hit the ground pound and bounce off the stage, which is not going to lead to the stock, even though he's essentially in barbecue sauce, but there's the neutral air off the top. Thaiph gonna have his choice of weapon. He's gonna throw up the sword, and now he's gonna pick up the hammer. Looks like he wants to stick with this one. He did have some momentum early on in this game with his hammer, but so far he hasn't really been able to find that
keeps
sense.
catching him on the cross-ups. Thaiph is doing a lot of empty movement, crossing up Yuz, and he is going for these reverse end lights and these reverse D-lights, and all of them are connecting. Thaiph landing into Yuz so unsafely. You can't just cross up. You have to go in there. You have to dash in side light. You have to dash jump down, and you have to do something else. Because look at this edge guard from... Oh, hold on.
Oh, he just dipped away, barely in time to get away from that ground pound. I thought he was going to get clipped by it, but he had enough movement.
Goes for the recovery, doesn't actually connect. GCD light into the recovery, does connect for Thaiph though. Picking up the sword once again, Yuz. He keeps on going for end light. Well, I feel like a lot of sword players would just typically go for D light. He keeps it safe. He keeps it safe with a nice active button like end light.
So the interesting thing in this is a lot of it is, like I mentioned earlier, it's Yuz waiting for Thaiph to make the first move. So in a way, Thaiph is dictating the pace of this game because it's based off of Thaiph whiffing a move. If that doesn't happen, then Yuz won't attack. He's just moving around the stage. But then also, because Yuz is so good at it, he's actually the one dictating the pace of the game and slowing things down by choosing to only play that way.
But now Yuz is speeding things up with a weapon toss. He's getting in there and being a little bit more aggressive till he slows it right back down and then dashes in. Such an unpredictable switch in the momentum. Yuz is the one in the driver's seat right about now. And like Thaiph has nothing else left in the tank as the GCD light into the sider is able to finish it off once and for all. So what was that momentum shift in that second game? Well, Yuz, after playing an entire game of playing back, waiting for Thaiph to cross up and using those as an opening to get like a reverse D light or a pivot N light, Yuz started being the one to dash in there. And you saw he was so unpredictable. When he dashed in there with the side light, Thaiph was not ready for it whatsoever. He did such a good job of mixing up his tempo.
And he's doing it in a way that, again, is like not risky. Like he's still playing very defensively. He's not going stones to the wall and throwing everything he can at Thaiph in that moment. He's just like, okay, I'm going to dash side light. I'm going to play Greatsword more like the other players were playing Greatsword today, but not even to the level of that. Like he was still very careful. He was still very defensive in the way he was playing, even in those moments where he's the one to dash in and side light.
But here's the thing, Yuz is giving up a lot of stage control and Thaiph is putting him into the corner. I have not seen him fully take advantage of that quite yet. You want to jump neutral with hammer, you want to jump sider, you want to dash and dash out. You can assert your space a little bit more. He's coming in there with the side light now. He jumps out there with the down air, neutral, good damage.
I think in those moments where it seems like Thaiph has stage control, it's like a false stage control, where if like you're on the left half of the stage and like Yuz is closer to the edge and you think a hit from Thaiph is going to like send him over to the wall, we're seeing it a little bit more now. But previously, like Thaiph wasn't able to find those hits. So essentially you're just taking center stage and moving it over to the right because Thaiph isn't able to do anything with that stage control. So it's not real stage control.
He's got to be able to
sense.
get in those jumps. He has to be able to catch those dash jumps as well. But right now, Yuz able to find the D-light into the side, who finds another one, and Thaiph all out of resources off stage. Well played, and now once again it is Yuz who has the lead. This is looking like the most doable game so far for Thaiph. He just has to find a way to close, but when Yuz is playing this elusive, how do you even get that hit? How do you get that good combo started on him?
It's just like it's pure fear. For Thaiph, everything is pure fear because every time you throw a move out, which you have to do to win the video game, you're going to get punished for it. He almost got punished right there after that whiff cider.
Okay, Yuz picking up the sword once again, and Thaiph catching the landing. I'm surprised the Cider didn't actually send that much further. Okay, looking for the neutral, not able to find it. Down air, GC end light, so much damage. Stomp Cell, still not enough to KO.
Okay, gets the ground pound as well.
He's keeping himself in it.
Yuz was able to fade out of like the other ground pound that we saw, I believe, in game 1 that was going down the right side of the stage, and Yuz was able to touch the wall and then fade away in time. Wasn't able to get away from that one.
Beautiful 3-piece there, just catching him going out. Thaiph not going to be able to, is what I would say, just able to get his dodge right back in time, touches the side of the stage, goes for the recovery, the ground pound. Can he finish it? Yuz going down and around to keep himself safe, and Thaiph, he couldn't convert it into his own stock. Yuz makes it his own.
He just didn't, he put the recovery in a very bad place. He did not put the recovery in the right place because Yuz was right on the wall. He dodged right before it, if I'm remembering correctly and picturing it in my head. He dodged right before it into the wall, which ends your iframes. He was sitting right there on the corner of the wall, and it was just a bad recovery that came out from Thaiph.
Sidelight, neutral bridge, goes for the neutral finisher as well. Looking phenomenal at the moment. Okay.
Oh.
Really good spacing with the Siders.
Oh, I don't know if he meant to land or because that one was pretty telegraphed. So I don't know if he meant to go in or if he meant to use it as a bait and land on the main platform. Exclamation points there for Yuz. It doesn't even matter. He got stuck under the stage and Thaiph played right on that corner. You're exactly right. This is the closest that Thaiph has been. We'll see if Yuz can end this right here or if Thaiph has a fighting chance.
Last stock apiece. Yuz just waiting for Thaiph to whiff in his face. Thaiph is beginning to cross up again, so you know what that means. It's going to be end lights and D lights opposite from where Yuz is facing. Thaiph slowing it down.
He's not attacking. He's not going to give Yuz that moment. He's decided like once and for all right now, I'm going to be the more patient player.
Well, let's see how that ends up working out for them, because eventually you will have to make a move. Getting caught on his approach with that D-Light. Yuz tries to go for it one more time. Thaiph getting in there, dashing out, whiffing the D-Light, because Yuz, he is still staying so elusive. Thaiph whiffing in his face. Yuz catching the jump. Is this going to be it?
Oh, he almost dodged down into it.
Wow.
That's it. It doesn't matter anyway. It's a 3-0 for Yuz. Ultimately, they both, towards the end of the game, like there was that moment where Thaiph was, and we called it out, is like he's not going to throw out an attack. I'm not going to do the thing that Yuz wants me to do so that Yuz can punish me for that. And unfortunately, when you get to that and you're playing the same game, then it just becomes like who's going to play that game better? Who do you think's going to play that game better?